Well, hello YouTube, this is Chuck again with another quick little firefighter story. I was coming back in from shooting a video about the water wheel fire, and as I came around this section here, it reminded me of a call we had here one night. So once again, it's Saturday, so there's quite a bit of traffic. But to set this up, you see that little left-hand curve right in front of you there where it heads up the hill, and lots of big arrows to tell you it's there. Well, right about back in there behind the trees, it jogs back again to the right. Well, coming this direction, there's a long straightaway, and then there's a sharp left followed by a sharp right to come down through this little drainage. Well, people have a tendency to drive a little bit too fast, and these curves kind of sneak up on them. So we got dispatched out here about 1 o'clock in the morning. This was in my my first due response area where I was chief of a little volunteer department. And anyway, we got dispatched out here about 1 o'clock in the morning for a report of a vehicle versus elk. And that wasn't real uncommon. We responded to a lot of those. And so anyway, we came out here, and right there, back there in the middle of that curve, there was a Jeep laying on its left side, right about where that dirty spot is there, where you can see where the line, on the yellow line. And there was pieces of elk laying all over the place. Well, our first reaction was, how in the world did he hit an elk hard enough to actually dismember the elk? Well, that turned out, didn't take us too long to figure out that's not what happened. Well, it was during elk season, and this guy was a hunter. And what he'd done is he shot his elk, big bull. And he was all proud of himself, except he realized he was by himself, and that elk was a big animal. So he field dressed it, and he quartered it, and he packed it 1 quarter at a time back to his Jeep, where his Jeep was parked. Well, he was pretty excited, and he was pretty proud of himself, and so he went over to his friend's house, and he showed it to his friend, and of course he had a couple beers. Then he went to another friend's house, and had a couple more, and then he went to another friend's house and had a couple more, and by the time he got done heading home, let's just say he was a tad bit over the legal limit. He went into that curve up there too fast, made that one, was not able to make this one, and laid that Jeep over on its side, and those pieces of elk were scattered all over the road. Well, by that time the meat had probably gone bad anyway, because he'd had it in the back of that open Jeep all day in the sun. And so anyway, what turned out, he wasn't hurt real bad. We did take him to the hospital, but number one, he ended up wrecking his Jeep. Number two, he ended up losing his prize elk because the meat went bad before he had a chance to do anything with it. And number three, he ended up getting himself arrested for DUI. And so it's one of those little things where, like I've told you before, as a firefighter, you never know what's going to happen when the bell rings. And this one, fortunately, was not a disaster. It turned out to be something kind of funny. And I guess some people just aren't the brightest bulbs in the chandelier sometimes. So that's my little story, a little shorter than the last one. And so as always, I'll tell you to take care of each other, love each other. And I'll be back again with another one pretty quick. So right now, I'm just going to tell you peace out and give you one more look at that. And if you can imagine the middle of the night and pieces of elk laying everywhere, including the head, that's what we come on. So we'll talk to you later with another one. Peace out.